Hey guys, Cindy here, Do Dare to Be Different. Today I'm going to show you how to do the coasters or ornaments, and I'm going to do all three of them so you can see the options you have when they're being made, okay? Alright, I have tearaway stabilizer hooped. Okay, I have tearaway stabilizer hooped, and I'm going to do the placement stitch for all three of these at the same time, okay? Okay, as you can see, it did the placement stitches. Now you have the opportunity to put batting down if you want it, okay? I will put batting on one of them. I will put it on this one right here just because it's right here and closer, okay? So now it will tack down the batting. Okay, it's tacked the batting down, so now I'm just going to go around. I'm going to trim my batting. I don't have the right, usually I use my curved scissors for the curved. Okay, once you've trimmed that, you're going to cover each one of the, or you're going to cover it with your fabric or vinyl, whatever you're using. Okay, I've covered each one of them with my vinyl or cork, whatever you're going to use, and now I'm going to tack them all down. Okay, it's tacked them all down. This is the satin stitch coaster one. This is the satin stitch ornament looking one. And this is just the bean stitch. So I will trim, you can trim later or now. I'm going to trim this and this. This one, the bean stitch, I trim all at the end. You know, when I take it out of the hoop, I'll trim it all at the same time. So right now, I am just going to trim both of these around, and then it'll stitch all the ooh, doesn't like these scissors don't like this, cutting this way anyway. They're so spoiled from cutting backwards, I think. So that one, and we'll trim this one. I think my dog wants out. Okay, so let's finish trimming this one. And then I'll set it up to start stitching, and then we'll come back when we put the back on, okay? Alright, as I said, this one will get trimmed the top and the bottom all at the same time. Okay. Okay, as you can see, it's stitched them all out. Okay, now I'm going to turn my hoop over, and I'm going to cover the back with my fabrics, okay? I'm going to put my cork over my cork one. And I'm going to tape it. I'm going to peek and see which one's which. Okay, I'll put this right here. Okay, and obviously this one will go here. Didn't look too neat, did it? I say. Okay, now I will return it back to the machine and let it tack those down. Put it right. Hopefully that. Oh, please. It's vinyl. It might not like it. It's kind of sticky. See if it's going to slide or if it's going to stick and rip everything apart. Can't tell if it stayed or if it slid off. Okay, I'm gonna look. Yeah, it did come off. I thought so. Hold, please. Okay, let me show you what I'm doing. This vinyl is very, it's not sticky, but it doesn't slide on this or on the plate. So I'm gonna cover it with no-show polymer or water soluble, so it can tack it and slide across, slide around like it's supposed to, okay? Otherwise it's just gonna jack everything all up. Okay, now let me send it back to stitch this down. See, now it'll slide like it's supposed to. Well, I didn't want this in red, but looks like, oh well. Okay, so now I'm going to take off my hoop, turn it over, and I'm going to trim these right here. Trim the vinyl or whatever you used on the back, okay? Okay, and I'm going to trim this one. I'm going to take this no-show poly mesh off here. Yeah, actually I'm just going to leave it there and trim this with it there. Okay, now these are both trimmed. This one we don't care about because we're going to cut that when it's done. So now I'm going to send it back to the machine and let it do the final satin stitches. And it'll only do it off of this one and the ornament shaped one, okay? Okay, there we go. They're all done, all stitched down. Now we easily pop those out. This one, you have to be a little more, tear your paper. Would have been easier if I'd have taken my tape off first, but I didn't, so oh well. No big deal. All right, so now you're gonna, these right here, these are all set. I usually take my lighter and go around the edge and burn any fringe off. You want to be careful. You don't want to burn your vinyl and or your fabric or start a fire. It's my disclaimer. Do not start a fire. Okay, there's that one. That's what the back looks like. I matched my bobbin to my satin trim, except of course at the top there. So I'm going to do the same on this one. I'm going to burn my extra little stuff all around the edges off. You got to be careful because it will melt your thread and then you'll get little thread sticking up. So you have to be very, very careful when doing that. Okay, so if you wanted to put a hole and hang these, you can. Me, I just use them for flat out coasters, so I don't hang ornaments like that. And this one, you just trim, you know, just... It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? There you have it. This one has batting in it. This one does not. That's what the back looks like. That's what the front. This one does not. But all three, you have a choice of putting batting in if you want. Okay, thank you.